Hello, everybody. I just wanted to talk about a movie I just saw and do a little review of it called Mufasa, which was kind of a sequel prequel of if you want to call it a live action version of The Lion King. I'll say right off the bat, my initial impressions were that it wasn't as good as the Lion King remake or live action remake, and I didn't think it was as good as the original Lion King cartoon. Um, I didn't think the songs were as good. I didn't think the animation was as good. Story wise, I thought it had a pretty good story, but they did it in a way where they opened up with Mufasa as an adult after the events of the first movie. And it's pretty obvious he's going to take his wife somewhere secluded to have her babies, or baby. And they already have a kid who's being babysat by Timon and Pumbaa, and also being babysat by the bird Zazu, and in comes, and they try to tell him a story. It's kind of a fabricated story of what happened, of Timon and Pumbaa taking down Scar, which really didn't happen that way as we know it. So then in comes Rafiki, and he tells him the story of Mufasa and how he came to be the king and grew up and what happened to him and everything. So I thought that was a pretty good story. I don't think they needed the interlude to it from the story being told from a point of view. I thought they should have just opened up with Mufasa story and not done the opening scene that they did with the events after the fact of the first movie. So I thought that was something they didn't have to do. I guess they did it because I figured their young audience wouldn't understand what's going on. They would just maybe think it's the Lion King or something, or they would not. But I don't know. I think they're like selling their young audience short, maybe, or maybe not even realizing that people like my age, my mom's age, my sisters all go to see this movie, and we're all adults, and we don't need the extra exposition about the storytelling aspect of it, which was cute, might have worked in an actual cartoon. I don't know if you needed it in this story, but once the story gets rolling and once you get into it, it's interesting. As you probably saw from the trailers, and I will leave a trailer in the description for this, you could clearly see a snow mountains and everything. The only snowy mountains in Africa are Mount Kilimanjaro, situated around the top of the mountain, and